For a long time, a group of people known as the Israelites had been on a special journey. This story takes place in an ancient land called Canaan, after many years of traveling through the wilderness. They were now close to a significant city named Jericho, a place they hoped would be part of their new home. Before this time, the Israelites had spent generations moving and living in different places. They had been led by great leaders, and they were accustomed to receiving guidance and instructions for their path forward. They had learned to live together as a large community, always looking toward the promise of a settled land where they could build their homes and futures. Now, they stood at the edge of this new land, ready to begin a new chapter. Among these people was their leader, Joshua. He was a kind and steadfast man who had taken on the important role of guiding the Israelites after their previous leader, Moses. Joshua was responsible for making sure everyone followed the guidance they received, and he cared deeply for his people. The Israelites were a large community, a nation of families, all journeying together under Joshua's leadership. The situation before our main story began was that the Israelites were camped outside the city of Jericho. Jericho was known for its very strong and tall walls. These walls circled the entire city, making it a secure place, and its gates were shut tight. From the outside, the city looked like an unmoving, unchangeable fortress, standing firmly in their path. The Israelites simply waited, observing the city, wondering what would happen next. One day, Joshua received clear and specific instructions. It was explained to him that victory over Jericho was already planned. These instructions detailed a precise way for the Israelites to approach the city. Joshua understood that these were important directions for the entire community, and he prepared to share them with everyone. This was a moment of decision for the people, to follow these unique instructions or not. Following these instructions, the Israelites began a daily routine. Each day for 6 days, they marched around the city of Jericho once. Some priests walked in front, carrying a special chest called the Ark of the Covenant, and blowing trumpets made from ram's horns. The rest of the people marched silently behind them. They simply walked, completing their circuit, and then returned to their camp. They repeated this exact pattern every day. The task of marching around a strong city like Jericho, day after day, without attacking or even speaking, presented a quiet challenge. The city walls remained tall and firm, and the gates stayed closed. For some, this method might have seemed unusual or slow, leading to quiet thoughts or questions about how such a plan could work. The strength of the walls and the silent, repetitive nature of the marches could make one wonder if anything would ever truly change. The key turning point arrived on the 7th day. On this day, the instructions were different. The Israelites were told to march around the city not once, but 7 times. As they completed the 7th circuit, a signal was given. The priests blew a long, continuous blast on their ram's horn trumpets. Then, Joshua instructed all the people to shout together, with a great, united sound. Immediately after the great shout and the long trumpet blast, a remarkable thing happened. The tall, strong walls of Jericho, which had seemed so permanent, began to fall down. They simply collapsed in on themselves. This opened the way for the Israelites, who were then able to walk straight into the city. The path was now clear, just as had been planned. This event marked a significant step in the Israelites' long journey. It showed them that following instructions and acting together could lead to unexpected results. After Jericho, they continued their travels, eventually settling in the land that had been promised to them. Over time, they established their communities and built new lives, moving forward from each challenge they encountered. The lesson from the story of Jericho is about following guidance and working together. It teaches that sometimes the way to achieve a goal might seem unusual or require patience. But by listening to instructions and acting with unity, even the biggest obstacles can be overcome. It highlights the importance of obedience and belief in a larger plan. And so, the story of Jericho concludes, a calm and significant step in the long journey of the Israelites. It reminds us of a time when a community followed a unique path and achieved a remarkable outcome.